Welcome to At Your Pace Online's Continuing Education class for HVAC mechanics and contractors on the Uniform Mechanical Code. I'm your instructor, Dan Whaley. This class focuses on the 2018 UMC, but rather than look at the entire book, we'll mainly look at the changes made to the 2015 UMC in order to create the 2018 edition. It might be helpful if you have a current UMC book with you to refer to as we move through the class, but it's not necessary. Along with the International Mechanical Code, the UMC is one of two national model codes used throughout the United States and numerous other nations. It's correlated with other codes, including codes like the NEC and others. When adopted by the state and their amendments, the provisions of the UMC have the force of law. The UMC is updated every 3 years through an extensive review and revision process. The documentation for this process, including information submitted to substantiate proposed changes, comments, and determinations made by the technical committees, are the primary resources used to develop this class. This material is supplemented by recent articles or documents from HVAC professionals, organizations, and companies, as well as by the companion publication to the 2018 UMC, the 2018 Guide to Important Code Changes. The Guide to Important Changes recognizes that some of the changes to the 2018 UMC are especially significant and need to be understood by working HVAC mechanics. This class will cover every important change selected for this book, as well as a few changes overlooked by the Important Changes publication. For example, the Important Changes book entirely overlooks changes to the code on Chapter 13, Gas Fuel Piping, which we'll be looking at. When looking at changes to the 2018 UMC, the code language will be presented with clear notation to what text have been removed from the 2015 edition and what text has been added. We'll also discuss the reasons behind the changes and what the change was intended to accomplish according to the technical committees, along with how the change affects working HVAC mechanics. Whenever it helps to clarify a change, the course will present other information too. Before covering specific code changes, we'll have an introduction to the Uniform Mechanical Code in general and how to use the book effectively. By the end of the course, you'll have a good idea of some of the latest HVAC practices and regulations. You can follow up on any of the material covered in the class by accessing any of the links provided. Remember to stay up with your continuing education because it never ends for the HVAC professional. Let's get started.